Welcome to the Fredericktown homestead. It's been 3 weeks since our last post, I believe. Uh, Sorry about that. I'm going to try and do better in the future. Um, Roger and Sandra returned after 3 days in 3 weeks in Kansas to tell me that they got to go and be with their daughter and help her out. The cold snap out in Kansas, I guess, really took a beating on her and all, and they got several things going on. I'll let them explain that to you in their own uh, post, their own video. But what I'm here for this morning is to announce, I guess, that the position is available here at the Fredericktown Homestead. Um, we've got 3 bedrooms upstairs and 2 bedrooms downstairs. I take up one of the downstairs bedrooms, 1 bathroom, and this farmhouse that actually this farmhouse is taking a lot of work to get it to where it is, but it's where it is now. We're installing the last of the downstairs windows. Roger's working on that. But there's a position open for either a couple or a family to come live here and to learn. I was born in 1951 and I'm getting older. But before I go, I'd like to pass on some of my farming experience, skills, knowledge to others. I want to do that in 2 ways. The bigger way is via YouTube. I'd like to have a very successful YouTube channel here at the Fredericktown Homestead. But I'd also like to teach a family hands-on. I haul the Amish, and that means I'm not here all the time, and I don't spend enough time. Plus, I'm old enough that my strength isn't what it used to be. My mind's sound, but my body's kind of going south. I spend a lot of time sitting in the van. But my goals here are to, here's one goal right in front of us, is this Anatolian Shepherd pup named Bear, after the Arms Family Homestead Bear. It's a female, but I'm still going to call her Bear. And she's a Anatolian Shepherd, which is a guard dog for sheep. I've got the word out amongst the Amish community that I'm looking for a couple of inexpensive sheep, and she will live with the sheep and be the guard dog. We live in a kind of like a deer refuge here. The owner charges people to hunt the deer during hunting season, and the rest of the year they do everything they can to promote the deer population. Us having sheep and a guard dog will help to keep the deer at bay somewhat. Deer don't come around where there's sheep or dogs so much, and I'd like to raise some big gardens. We've got to start on a greenhouse here that needs a little bit of TLC. It's suffered some with the wind, but we got to start on it. And then this area here wants to be our produce garden. I'd like to raise enough vegetables so that there's plenty for whoever lives here, but also enough to sell. And we've got a flourishing Amish community right here, the 5th biggest cohesive Amish community in the world, the Fredericktown Amish community, and they provide us with a market for produce and for meat and for whatever we can produce as far as crafts or it's quite a market actually. But yeah, I'm looking for a couple or a family that's willing to come live here and stay on the place. It's a value to me to have somebody on the place pretty much steady all the time. I mean, we can work out things where you can go when I'm here or whatnot, but we got to have somebody here all the time if we're going to raise livestock. I want to raise pigs to work the land. We've got a lot of land here that we can use. We got a big barn, and we got permission right now for the sheep. It's kind of a species by species basis with the landlord. I'm supposed to get permission from him to for each animal I bring onto the place, but he's been good about the sheep and the dog, and he's anxious to see this farm used as an educational resource. We'd like to raise pigs. I want to have a dairy cow, a Jersey. I want to use some of that milk to train up oxen. That's something that I learned to do back in the late 70s. I mentored with a farmer who was born in 1896. Back in the late 70s. For 6 years I lived on his farm and learned farming from him. And let me get back to you. Okay, as I was saying, we want to raise a dairy cow to give us milk, cream, butter, yogurt, kefir, and ice cream, and also to raise up oxen with. I raised up oxen in the 70s, and I'm really hoping to be able to do that again. I want to use pigs to work the land. We have a winter pig house here so that I can winter over pigs. There's things that have to be done in that vein, but it can be done. I want to raise poultry. I want to raise egg birds, not only for eggs, but egg birds to sell. The Amish community has a shortage of eggs ready to lay, egg birds ready to lay. And I'd like to get a bunch of red, New Hampshire Reds, or some people call them Rhode Island Reds, but they're wrong. But I'd like to get some egg birds, raise them up to the age where they start producing, and we can sell them amongst the Amish here. Raise up pigs. The first year we just have feeder pigs and 2 females that we keep as sows, but in time we'd be producing pigs in the springtime, and there's a definite market for pigs, and there's also a lot of work for pigs to do on a farm. I'm an avid believer in rotational grazing. We'll use electric fence, net fence, and wire, polywire, polycord, in order to move animals always onto fresh pasture. The sheep, the pigs, the poultry. The poultry will be in chicken tractors. I was doing all of this back in the 70s, before YouTube was a word, before the home computer was invented. I was using chicken tractors by a different name, but I was moving my meat birds around daily back in the late 70s. And I'm an avid YouTube watcher now. I love the information available on YouTube, and I'd like to put all of what we do on YouTube. Whoever lands the position here has to be a YouTube creator. I'm willing to create, but I don't know how to edit. I need to learn that. There's a lot to learn for everybody on this farm, and but YouTube can be a great way to spread the word, to get information out there, and knowledge, spread the knowledge, and experiences and mistakes. Well, we will make mistakes. Um, where the camera's pointing now, where the tree line is there's a spot to put in a short dam, and it's my dream to rent an excavator for a week and create a pond that would be kind of right behind the house. There's a lot of dreams go on here, but some of them will get done depending on who we get to come and stay. If you think you're interested, please contact me. My information is free and public. My telephone number is in my bio. You can contact me on YouTube. I'm JB Brown, I think, on YouTube. I'm looking for a family or a couple that is willing to learn, eager to learn how to raise their own food. That's what homesteading is to me. It's raising your own food. And that means meat, rabbits, poultry, including geese and ducks, not cats. On the subject of cats, we've put the word out here amongst the Amish community that if anybody has spare barn cats, we'll take them. We feed them. I've got these two matching ones like this one here that I have fixed. As I catch the feral cats, I will also be able to get them fixed via the SNAC program. It's a federally funded program. But we have this corn crib is riddled with mice. That's what she's doing, going in there now. She's looking for the mice. And there's enough mice here for several cats. And cats are a good thing to have around the place. They also act as a deterrent to other predators coming in. The smell of their urine tends to keep other predators away. A large portion of 150 acres of the land is leased out to a farmer who uses this equipment here to farm. He does beans and corn, uses all the nasties that are available to mankind today, and my hope is that our gardening, our animals, our food sources will be what they're calling today organic, but organic really just means that it has carbon in it. That's a misnomer. But I would like to have it clean of pesticides, chemicals, stimulants, hormones, and the like. Yeah, if you're looking for a place to start learning how to homestead, or to further your knowledge in homesteading, if you're out a place to be, contact me and I'll talk. We haven't paid any rent here since we've been here we got here in November, and I did, and Sandra and Roger did. We haven't had to pay any rent yet because we've been working our rent off. We've put the windows in, the floors are being put in. We're working on several different projects, painting. The whole house was sheetrock but never taped or mudded or painted. So Sandra's been working on that aspect. Yeah, we haven't had to pay rent, but the rent is $500 a month. And if we don't work it off, we have to pay it. And but that's pretty reasonable rent for a farm bigger than you could ever walk around. It's a big piece of property. It's actually the biggest piece of property in the county owned by a single individual. And we're right in the middle of the Amish community. I'm a part of the Amish community without ever being Amish. I never will be Amish. I'll never own this land. But I can use this land, and I'm accepted as a part of the Amish community here as a Yoder toter. I haul the Amish in my big buggy. That takes me away a lot, and I need somebody that'll be here all the time and taking care of the critters in the gardens and feeding the cats when they're not chasing mice. But I need somebody here that'll all the time. So yep, we're looking for a couple or a family. And it's a learning opportunity here, a chance to gain knowledge of the old ways. I know a lot of the old ways. I was born in 1951. That doesn't mean that I myself have encountered, it's the people I mentored with, the people around, the people I learned from that have taught me how to do things the old way. And I want to learn the new ways too. I want to be a champion YouTube channel. I want to beat out Justin Rhodes. That's my goal. It's good to set your goal high, I guess. But I don't know if we'll ever have our own TV channel and all, but one of my passions is the woodworking. I've been making all the trim work for the windows and baseboards and all of that in the house. I've been painting and cutting them to size and acquiring tools and working here in the shop in the Quonset hut. Also acquiring wood. I just stopped today at the mill and made a deal for even more wood. One of the things we can do is crafts. Like plain wood, and let me go over here and show you. Let me just show you here. The place is a little bit congested because I keep getting more wood in. But we've got all these plus this amount again in the house. These are getting drier, but not dry yet. The ones in the house are absolutely dry. And it's my dream to, just a second, I'll get back to you. I took a lady around Holmes County, which is the mega center of Amishdom, on Saturday, and she went to the craft stores, and people were gobbling up wood with horse and buggies pictured on them. So I bought this wood burning kit, and I bought this scroll saw. And one of my dreams is to take all those slats over there and some of this wood and whatever wood we can come up with. Yeah, sorry about that. But wouldn't it be fun to cut out things and have that be a added income on the farm? We've got the wood, we've got the space. We're undercover here. I think that we could make a killing on crafts. Somebody with some artistic ability would have a field day. I like making the wood. I say making the wood, I take rough wood and I make it finished. And I love the project. Yeah. So, like I said, we're looking for a couple or a family to come and learn homesteading. Homesteading to me is raising your own food sustainably and in a healthy way. Contact me if you're interested. I'll try and get this post edited, this video, and I'll try and get it up there today if I at all can. I would really like to. This is the Fredericktown Homestead, and I hope you'll see more of it. I'm sorry about the lapse for 3 weeks, but my next several posts will be maybe reiteration of what I just said. I'm looking for somebody to come and learn on a farm. Somebody to help paddle these cats. I hope to hear from you, and God bless.